Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon to you. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for another Coffee and Cards Live. I am quite a bit later today, so I apologise for that. And yeah, but I'm here. I've got some chocolate. So we're going to have a little bit of fun today, and I have brought out the Easter Bunny stamp set. Here it is, here it is. I was going to say I'll wait and see if anybody joins me live, but I have not brought my laptop in here with me to see if I can see the comments, but I do have another device. Let me see if I can plug it in. And then if anybody joins me live, I can see your comments a little bit better. Now let me put the charger on. Talk about prepared. Let's leave that there, see if it charges. Yay! Okay, we have that's very odd, my countdown timer. We have Easter, we have chocolate. Sorry, that makes an awful noise, doesn't it? Okay, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun. I've been making these little Easter treat containers. I don't know what you call it. Perhaps we can think of a name as we go. And I thought it would be really fun to show you. They're really quick to make. At least I think they're quite simple to make. And I'll show you. Let me just glue down my grid paper because I have a lovely table, but it does tend to slide about when you're working, which is a bit annoying. So there we go. Right. Okay. So we've got the lovely Easter Bunny stamp set, and I have pulled out the matching punch. So this comes as a bundle. I'm not sure if they're available as a bundle at the minute. I know this one was sold out, but to be fair, you can easily cut this bunny out. So that's not such an issue. So I think the stamp set's available. Right. Okay. If you're with me live, say hello. Tell me where you're from. I would love to know. I'm going to grab my instructions that I made for myself. And let's have a look. I designed it to fit a die, a specific die. So let's grab that. Let's have a look. I have so many projects I've got written down here. Lots of them. Here we go. Right, so I've got my cardstock. This one I decided to make in soft sea foam. It's a really beautiful green colour. And the card piece that I would like needs to be 13.5 by 15 centimetres. So let's do that first. I'll grab my trimmer in. Oh no, Shaz, you're in bed with the dreaded COVID. I am so sorry to hear that, especially, I mean, you don't want to be ill at any point in time, but you've got so much going on. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you feel better soon. I hope it's very quick to leave you. Right, so now I need 2 pieces from this one piece of cardstock. So I'm going to score it at I'm going to cut it at 13.5. I think that's right. We'll soon see. And then at 15. No, it's just one. It's just one piece from this. I've been making so many projects, I've got myself all confused. So with the short side at the top, this is the short side, and that should be, what did I say, 13.5. Lovely. I'm going to score it at 3 centimetres on either side. So this side, I'm going to score it at 3, if you can see my trimmer there. And then I'm going to turn it the whole way around and score it on the opposite side at 3 as well, centimetres today. And then on the long side, I'm going to do, on the other side, I'm going to do exactly the same, but at 6 centimetres. And you could make tons of these. I think this would be fun for grandchildren, gifts, or giving out to friends, or school treats. I don't know. You could put lots of different things in them. I'm not sure if I've done that right. But we'll see. We'll see. So it might be right. I said scored at 3, didn't I? 3 and 6. So it's got to be right. Yep. And then 6, yeah, right. That's all the scoring going. Let's grab my scissors. Okay. So what we want to do is you've got these score lines here. We're going to cut up those to that middle line there. Now, here's a tip. You want the long pieces, the rectangles, to stay uniform rectangles, but you want to wedge out the squares. Okay, because the rectangles show, and they're the kind of makes the structure of your box, but this is the flap. I haven't cut that one all the way up. There we go. So there we are. Just make sure you fold your score lines. You can get your bone folder in if you want. So just cut that up there, and just wedge it out. So you may be wondering why I'm going live at sort of whatever time of the day it is, 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 4:30, whatever it is, and not at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I have got a team event this weekend that I've been preparing for. 2 days we're going to be together crafting, and I've designed some lovely projects and things like that. And also have my monthly class this week too. So I was getting all my bits ready. I put all my kits together and had a grand old time. And all day long I kept thinking, I'm sure I've forgotten something. Absolutely sure I couldn't for the life of me think about what I'd forgotten. And I went on the school run and I was like, oh, I forgot my live. I forgot to go live for Coffee and Cards, which is very odd because I did Coffee and Cards in person for years before the big COVID came along. And then since, oh, you're sweet, Chaz, thank you. And then since COVID came along, sort of since 2020, we're now in 2023, I've been going live every single week practically. So it's just weird. How can I forget to go live? I don't know, but I suppose we're all human. It's a bit mad. So this is what you're left with. Okay, like this little template here. And then these bits are going to go in, and this is going to form the basis of our little Easter treat packaging. Okay, this is going to be like a box like this. Right, okay, so I'm going to leave this to the side and glue it together in a minute. Now, oh, I didn't get my designer series paper ready. That's what I need. I'll just pick some out. Let's have a look. Can't believe I forgot to go live. What am I doing with it? Oh, I've got lots to choose from. So I'm just going to pick out. I've got all these different ones. Let's see if I've got anything in here that looks good. Ooh, I'm not inspired. Let's have a look. All right, now I've been working with your Washing Beauty papers a lot, and this is all I've got left of mine. But I'm going to pull one of these out. These are stunningly beautiful papers, and I've been using them for so many different projects. So I love the colourway. If I'd planned it, I would have made this balmy blue, but I think it will all work. It will all go beautifully. So I'm going to use this if I've got enough. Now, the die that I've worked this around is from the Season of Cheer die set. So let's find that die set and I can show it to you. I might put it away. Yeah, put that one away. Ah, not Season of Cheer, is it? It's called Seasonal Labels dies. These ones, these are like, go with a Christmas set, but they've got all these really useful labels in, and then they obviously cut out the holly and the foliage, and they've got all these labels. They're so super useful. And I thought it would work perfectly for this. Now, I do need 2 of these. So I've got lots of scraps. So let's see if this will work. If not, I'll just grab another piece. I think that'll fit there. It's pretty much the same width, so we'll go with that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. So I'll need 2 of those. And it doesn't matter. Does it matter? Which it does really matter which orientation. Let's have a look, because we need it to go upwards. I've got this lovely big piece. I might go with that. Okay, so it's going to go up this way, and I think I'm going to cut it here and next to it. And I'm just going to put that through my die cutting machine, and you'll see what I come out with. So will it fit? Yes, it will. So this is really good if you've got any kind of scraps of designer series paper. you do not have to do your box with this exact die. You could adapt it to fit whatever you've got. Right, and I'll show you what I mean. I made my box the width of my die, but you can just put on it whatever you want. So I've got one. And I want a bit of that yellow in it. One for each side. Right, 2 of those. Let's put that back down there. Right, okay. So we've got this piece of cardstock left here from my A4 piece, and I'm going to cut 2 more of those out, and this gives a bit of rigidity to my box and helps that designer series paper be nice and rigid as well. So I'm going to cut 2 more of those out. It makes a nice cracking noise. So there's always something else you can do with your label dies, especially a big one like this. These are great. This is a great set to have. You could also use these as toppers to go over the top, the folded over top of cello bags with treats in, couldn't you? If you scored this down the middle, then it would go over the top, and that would look so nice. It's a great die. Right, okay, so now we've got these, I'm going to glue these together. And they will fit. Just make sure you've got them the right way around, because that looks slightly off there, do you see? And I don't know why it should be symmetrical, but just turn it around and it fits exactly. Weird, isn't it? So same with that one, and we're just going to glue those together. Easy, easy, easy. All right. So pop that on. Make sure, that's the good thing about the Tombow glue, is the liquid glue, is that you can move it around until you get it exactly how you need it to be. I'll pop that together like that. This is fun. These are just fun to make. They're so fun to make. And you put a lot of chocolates in them, but you could use it for something else, couldn't you? Tell me what you think you could use this treat box for instead. I mean, you could put jewellery in it or any little gift, I suppose. It's going to go like this. This is going to go on here. But what I need to do, I think we'll assemble the box next. So I'm going to put glue just on these flaps only. Like this one. And then we are going to just press that down and hold it for a second until it goes off. Okay, and then the same with this one. Make sure you've got some nice sharp corners on it. It's literally a box with no front, if you know what I mean. And then we'll put some glue down the sides here. Just a thin line. Yeah, I thought I was losing my marbles. Doesn't take much for me to be confused these days. Right, so there we go. Close that one off there. Make sure it's tight. So we've got this nice little kind of container, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to grab a pencil because we're going to cut some bits off. Oh, and I'm going to have a look on my iPad, see if I can see us. The only problem with it is, oh, I can see us. So I've got to make sure I don't have any volume put on there. Turn the volume down and not up. Right, okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, so I've got my pencil and I have got, oh, hi Ruth, how are you? Lovely to see you, hear you, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to take my little container that I've made and I'm going to pop it on the bottom of here. And I want the bottom to kind of line up along here, where this kind of straight line would be, if it was a straight line. I'm going to do that, and I am literally going to do that with it, cut it off. Okay, so I know where to cut the bottom off. Okay, and then you can kind of match them up. This is me. I don't do anything by measuring. I make it as easy as possible. All right, so that's that. Now you can take your trimmer to it, or you can just take a pair of long handle scissors. This is what I'm going to do, and cut across the bottom like so. These should then fit. This one looks a bit smaller than that one. I'm not sure if I did it accurately, but you'll get the idea. So these should now fit on your box on the front and on the back, like so, which they do. Now, before I'm going to glue those on, I'm going to punch the hole that I need to punch. I can't find my little handheld hole punch, so I'm going to grab my big one. It's around my little handheld hole punch. I think it's in my kit bag, but I've got this massive thing, but let's not worry about that. And I'm going to work out where I want my hole to go. And I want it sort of centrally, kind of in the middle there, not too close to the edge. And I'm just going to punch my hole. Work out where my hole is. Just punch a hole in it, like that. And now I can match it up by popping those together, match the top up with it, put the pencil in the middle, and then you can match it up. So you can do that with a handheld one as well, if you've got one. Right, okay, so I've got my holes punched. I'm going to put some ribbon in this. Right, so I've done that before I've stuck it on. That's a winner. Because, yeah, you know me, guys. Okay, now, we don't want the glue up here, do we? We're going to stick it on, and this comes higher, if you see what I mean. So I want to make sure I don't get any glue there. So I'm going to put the glue on this instead, and that will make sure that I don't go too far with it. So just pop it on. And you know, all these muted colours seem to go together, don't they? So the soft seafoam's working. My dog's just trying to go to sleep in between my feet, which is all good for him, but I can hardly reach my table. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so we've got our little box. How cute is that? It's really sweet, isn't it? Right, so there's that. Now, I thought we'd have a bit of fun with this rabbit, with the Easter bunny. Did you know that we have got back in our circle punches? We have got back the 1 3/4 inch and the 2 inch punch. Okay, so I'm making the most of this because I love a circle punch. I'm going to grab a scrap of paper. I'm going to punch out a white one in the 1 3/4 inch, like that. And then in the larger one, the 2 inch punch, I'm going to use the edge of this piece that we've been using and punch out a larger one. How quick is that? So much quicker than getting the dies out. So now I've got this nice layering circle going on, okay? And it kind of blends and it matches the colour of the box. So the next thing I need is a scrap of basic white cardstock. So here we go. I have got my rabbit. Here he is. Oh, I didn't bring the pens. I'll have to get those out in a moment. So I've got my bunny from the Easter Bunny stamp set. Now there's 3 different bunnies in it, and they're all really cute. This one matches the punch, and I just happen to have it. So I'll be using this one today, but I've used this one on my other project and this one, and you just cut them out with my scissors. It's very easy. So, okay, so I'm going to ink up the rabbit. Very cute. And I want 2 of those. One for the front and one for the back. Two rabbits. Okay, I have got the carrot. No, I used the carrot with the other rabbit, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put the lid on my black, and I'm going to grab in a pink, I think. A pink colour. So I've got the pink, and I'm going to stamp in Happy Easter. Oh, not stuck to my block. There we go. This is polished pink. It's a gorgeous pink, and it feels very spring and, you know, bright and cheerful. Love it. So that's that one. Let's move that one out of the way. Okay, so let's bring in some pens. I'm going to go simple. I'm just going to use crumb cake, I think. Or shall I use... No, I'm going to go with the greys and a little bit of ivory, I think. Okay. So I've literally got dark and light smoky slate and the ivory colour. Okay, so here we go. All I'm going to do, I'm going to use the bullet point, I think, for my colouring in with the blends, is I'm going to go around the edge of my rabbit. Now, I'm no master colouring in person, as you may know. Okay, so don't worry if you don't think you're brilliant at it. I don't either. But you know what? These pens are so easy to use. I don't think you can go wrong. Right, so I'm just doing a little bit of dark here and there. Like that. And then I'm going to go in with the light. I'll use the brush end and cover a bit more quickly. And then I'm going to go in with the bullet end, because then I can blend this darker shade in a bit. And that's as easy, that's as difficult as it is. That's as hard as I do anyway for my colouring. So your rabbits can be any colour. I'll show you in a minute the ones I did before. And I made some Easter cards as well. Let's see, I can't remember how I blended the ivory in last time, if I did. I'm going to try. So there we go. He's cute, isn't he cute? What do you think of him? He's adorable. I'm going to leave his bunny tail white, because they generally are, aren't they? I'm just going to do his front in the ivory colour. I'm not really sure about it, but we're going to go with it. Do the inside of his ear. like that, like so. And then I'll do the other one quickly. I can't believe I was trying to work out what I was missing today. I forgotten something. I packed many, many kits, but forgot to go live. How ridiculous. Oh, thank you for watching, Shaz. I hope you feel better very soon, my love. Thinking of you. Dose yourself up, won't you? And get plenty of rest. Thank you for joining me. So, I'm just going to go around his head a little bit. His feet. Just gives a little bit of depth to him. And then the light colour. But it does make quite a noise, doesn't it? Let's colour that in with the brush end. A little bit more blending there. Just round movements helps it all blend together, I think. There we go. I'm very excited for this weekend. I get to see all my team. I get to see people who I haven't seen for a while. I love it when we all get together. It's such a fun thing. Stampin' Up such a great community. Okay. Right. Oh, ears. Let's not forget those. That could be a problem. Okay, so we have got our bunnies. There you go. Easy as that. And I am going to punch them out. Okay, so I'm going to work out what's the best way to do this. I'm going to cut them out, I think. It's like Stampin' Up ASMR, isn't it, with all this noise? So, yeah, I'm just going to pop it in. Line them up. Now, if you don't have the punch, or you can't get the punch because it was super popular and it did sell out, just cut him out with your scissors. He's a very simple shape. He's a great bunny. Right. There we are. 2 rabbits punched out. I do love a punch. Excellent. So we've got those. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is get my granny apple green, and we're going to use the grass. Did I get the grass out? Don't think I did. I think I got a carrot out. There's the grass one. Let's grab the granny apple. And the pen. So, got the alcohol blend pen in that colour as well as in the ink pad. And I'm going to stamp on the bottom of my white circle and then up around the corners a little bit. And my rabbit's going to be sitting in the grass there like that. Let's close up my ink pad. Take my pen. I mean, you can use whatever greens you've got. I happen to love this granny apple green colour. It's really bright, really kind of fresh. And I'm just very simply colouring in the grass. A bit like I did on my Easter cards the other day. All right, okay, so I've got the grass on that one. Oh, I only cut one circle out. I need one for both sides of my box. So that was a bit silly. Right, I need a small circle punch for the white. Put my glasses back on. And have I got enough card left of this on this scrappy bit? I think so. There we go. So there's those, and I can restamp the green grass. I'll do another one of those. This is the fun part, the stamping. Then we just need to assemble it. So I've already got some Easter cards made. Has anybody else made any Easter cards? Do let me know. I can't be alone. I am going to be sending Easter cards this year because I'm very slack. But this year I really want to send my Easter cards. It's such a nice thing to get through the post. So there we go. We have got this one and this one, and he's going to sit on there. So I'm going to glue those together. They look really cute, don't they? Oh, I think my cat's meowing at the door. She likes to get in on the action as well as the dog. She's as silly as. Right. Okay. I think I'm going to put him up on sticky foam pads. Why not? So a few large ones on our rabbit. Maybe 3 because he's quite a large character. Right down the middle. Oh yeah, look at him. Maybe you only needed 2 actually, but that's fine. So we've got that one. And I think I'll put one here. And one here. There we go. This is a very odd time for me to be going live, honestly. It feels very weird. I quite like it. There we are. So I've got our rabbits ready to go, and they're going to sit on our little box here. I am going to glue that on. So regular Tombow. It will stick really well. I love Tombow glue. I'm going to pop it here below the hole. Turn it over and do the same. So yeah, you could make this box and just put any kind of die on it that might fit that width, or just some DSP. You don't have to put a scallop die on the top. You could just put DSP, punch a hole in the top and put a ribbon through it, and it will still hold the chocolate as anyway, right? So there we are. Those are both on there. Let's let that dry a second. And then, if you remember, I stamped Happy Easter. So I'm bringing in another die today. You can just cut that out as a rectangle and pop a hole in it. I am excited to pull out a die now. That one fit. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was that one. And it only just fits it, but it fits, so that's cool. Grab a piece of washi tape. So it'll keep the die in place once it runs through the Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. There. There we go. Oops. So now I've got Happy Easter that I can add to my tag. But on the back of my tag, I thought I might try and stamp, but I don't know if it'll fit because I didn't do this on my other one. So we're going to try, and it says an Easter treat for you, which is exactly what we've got. Right, where is my bright pink ink? So we're working with polished pink and granny apple green. It's a great combo. I don't know if it'll fit, but we're going to try. And if it doesn't, well, never mind. It's not bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, yay! It works. How cool is that? An Easter treat for you. Now, back in with my hole punch because I still can't find my little handheld one. I need it to go in the right way for the Happy Easter because that's going on the front, and I'm just going to punch a hole in it. Ooh, not at all where I thought my hole was going. There we are, just a little hole. Doesn't really matter where. That's going to go in. Okay, now the fun bit. I have got some of these. Do you think they'll fit? We always want a bit of chocolate. So I went for these because obviously it's an Easter themed treat, and they're wrapped. Now I did pop and get these in my local shop. I did notice they had other wrapped chocolates as well. I would suggest putting them in putting wrapped ones in for hygiene. Or you could put, say you had mini eggs, you could put them in a cello bag and make sure the cello bag is sealed or something like that. Oh my goodness, look at that. I don't think they'll all fit. Look, one of them won't fit. What a shame. What do you think we'll be able to do with that one? There's no way it'll fit. Oh, sad, lowly Easter egg. Okay, in fact, I think there's a couple too many in there, but it'll work. It'll work. One for the maker. Exactly what I was thinking, Ruth. Definitely. So I'm going to put my Happy Easter on here, and I've got some ribbons somewhere that I had out. So I've got this. This is gorgeous. This is mint macaron, or 2 or 3. Well, do you think they'll still be full by the time Easter comes? I think there's one answer to that, and it may be me or it may be my son, but one of us at least. This ribbon is gorgeous. It's like velvet. It's like a velvet ribbon in mint macaron. It's absolutely beautiful. It's on sale in the clearance rack right now. It was gorgeous. So I've got that one, but it might be a bit big to go through. Or let's have a look. I have got, look what else I've got. I've got some of this beautiful balmy blue. That might work really well. And I've got some of the polished pink. Now these colours go really well with the papers that I've used. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just take a bit of this one. Not too much. Where's my ribbon scissors? Any ideas? No. Right, okay, let's just cut it off like that. A little length of that one. And a similar length of the pink, I think we'll go with. There we go, my giant scissors. Okay. And they are going to go in there. Now, the other thing I needed, and I'm not sure if I pulled it out, I thought I did, was my linen thread. Oh, there's my ribbon scissors. Okay, I have a new linen thread. I don't know where I put my one that I'm using at the moment. Okay, the only thing about the linen thread is finding the end. Aha, we did it. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to try anyway. I am going to thread it through one side. Like this. She says. you could always use your pokey tool. So there's the pink one going through. Both holes. Make it nice and straight and central. And then I'm going to find my take a pic tool. I think it'll help with this one. I'm going to put it underneath. Here it comes. On the other one. I'm really sorry if you can hear the dog snoring. He's quite loud. Right, so let's make that central. Like that. And then pull that one back through. Like that. Make sure that's central. And then I'm going to tie it together with this baker's twine. Now I'm going to just cut off an amount. See, I should use my ribbon scissors because they're blunt. I got you very close to the camera today. I feel like I have. This is the fiddliest part of it, so it's not a fiddly project. But I always think ribbon's a bit fiddly myself. Right, okay, we're going to go round. And bring it together. There we go. What I want is a little knot here. Just pull your ribbon through. And then I'm going to tie a little knot. And then I'm going to put my Happy Easter on there. And underneath it says an Easter treat for you. Or I could do it that way. Let's do it that way. And you can see the Happy Easter on the back. So pop that on. And then we are going to make a little bow. So Coffee and Cards today had absolutely no cards in it. But we have a bit of artistic license, don't we? I thought it would be fun to show you how to make this. So make it nice and loopy with nice long ends. You've got your ribbon and you've got your little Easter bunny treat. There we go. There it is. There's our little Coffee and Cards Easter Bunny project for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. These little ends have been pulled forward, but you don't have to pull it as far as that, but I quite like that. And we've got our little Easter eggs inside. How cute is that? I'll show you the original one I made. This is the original. I used the same flower paper. I did create some more arms and cut out the carrot, pop it on the rabbit and put some new arms on him. So it looks like he's hugging the carrot. I used some of the natural ribbon and I just did a couple of different bunnies. But apart from that, it's exactly the same with the same dimensions. I think I prefer it with the pink ribbon. Which do you prefer? Do let me know in the comments. Do you prefer the one with the pink ribbon or do you prefer the one with the this natural ribbon? I'd love to know. I hope you've enjoyed it and you might be inspired to have a go. Do let me know in the comments if you like it. Thank you for watching, if you watched me live. Thanks for watching, Ruth. I hope you're really well. And yeah, I will be back on, I won't be back this Friday. There'll be a pre-recorded video. I'm away at a Stampin' Up meeting this Friday, so I can't be live, I'm afraid. But I will be back live next Tuesday again for Coffee and Cards at the regular time of 1 p.m. in the afternoon. If you like any of the products that I've used, they are available in my online shop at katebolt.stampinup.net. You can find loads of inspiration over on my blog at inkstampshare.ink. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you're watching me from the future, please say hello and tell me where you're from. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.